Good afternoon. This is Brett McDonald with the National Weather Service in Riverton, here to bring you a weekend weather briefing for mid-September 2013. Well, the big story of our day is the cold temperatures that we saw this morning. Dark green areas on this map, along with a lot of the values plotted, show where we got down to the 20s across quite a bit of western Wyoming as the storm system passed and skies cleared out. Temperatures certainly dropped. And we look a little bit closer here to another representation. The light blues on this map show where we got down to the 20s. Point observation showed us that the Teton Saddle right up there in the Tetons got to 19. Bondurant, Daniel, Southwest Wind Rivers, Cokeville, quite a few places got down into the low 20s overnight. The other big story is the amount of precipitation that we've had this last week. This is a estimation of the amount of precip over the last 7 days. These areas where I've circled in red here are over 2 inches of precipitation here in the southern Absarokas, northern Wind Rivers, as well as down in the southeast part of the state. And then our light green into the greens is 1/2 inch to 1 inch also in quite a bit of the state. Definitely welcome. We look at this in terms of a percent of normal. Definitely above normal, 300 to 400% above normal in quite a large area. The only part of the state that wasn't getting it was the northeastern to eastern part of the state, and there are parts of Sweetwater County that didn't get quite as much, and so they're still suffering with some dry and drought conditions down there. So let's get into the forecast. Clear skies today are going to become even clearer tomorrow as high pressure sets up over the Rockies, with the axis of high pressure right over the state tomorrow afternoon. Should be a really nice day on Friday. As we get moving into the weekend, you can see a low pressure system is going to be coming in onto the west coast. That will increase our southwest flow, keep things still warm over the Cowboy State, but pick up the winds a bit and maybe see some cloudiness out west in the afternoon and evening hours. As we get into Sunday, though, that low pressure is moving pretty fast, and it's going to kind of split a little bit, but still definitely impact Wyoming on Sunday. It'll start bringing in precipitation to the western mountains and then give another punch to the western valleys, the southwestern basins, and then into southeast Wyoming. So the wind should definitely kick up, and then in the late evening or the late afternoon and early evening hours, we should see some colder air move through the state again. Definitely some more snow in the higher elevations. Monday then will be kind of a west flow pattern, so we'll see moisture and precipitation hitting the western part of the state, especially the mountains up there, but probably a windy pattern overall with near normal afternoon highs. Tuesday we start seeing some more storminess come in off the Pacific Northwest, so our flow will become more southwest, most likely fairly windy again, and warm, near normal temperatures. And then Wednesday, another storm system starts wrapping up in the Great Basin. That'll increase our southwest flow. Through the day on Wednesday, we should see a lot of cloudiness and precipitation across the northwest part of the state. And then Wednesday night into Thursday, we're going to see a pretty good cold front and a lot of precipitation sweep all the way through the state. So stay tuned for the latest forecast early next week, but Thursday is definitely looking cold and stormy. Looking ahead to the time period after that, the Climate Prediction Center is going with below normal temperatures for a lot of the western U.S. based upon this stormy pattern, and especially that storm we were just looking at. And on top of that, it's putting above normal precipitation, especially for the northern half of Wyoming, with the way this storm is looking to wrap up. So please keep a sharp eye out on the weather toward the middle to the end of next week. Thanks for listening to our weather briefing today and watching what we have to present for you. This is a little photo from of the Wind River Mountains looking over from Cora. So just reminding you that snow's on its way, so please stay tuned in all of your travel and recreational activities. Thanks.